captures that photo, uploads that into whatever the New York
Airdrop
Post
has been
database, and let's get this timeline back up. So that's 7:24 is when he does that. Okay. And then at 7:36, just 12 minutes later,
The safe
Dalton School, he's running the Dalton School, and then he just clean up out of security. Yeah, Donnie Barr, Daddy Donnie Barr. William Barr is the one that gives the statement. He says that day of the suicide, I was appalled to learn that Jeffrey Epstein was found dead early this morning from an apparent suicide while in federal custody. Mr. Epstein's death raises serious questions that must be answered. In addition to the FBI's investigation, I have consulted with the Inspector General, who is opening an investigation into the circumstances of Mr. Epstein's death. Anyways, I'll tell you how it ends. Donnie Barr comes out and says, yeah, this was actually just a case of just a lot of things went wrong on that day, and that's why he's dead. And there's no funny business. There was no funny business. People just did the wrong thing on that day, and some other people had some incredible luck on that day, like our photojournalist and Aaron. Yeah, case closed. Yeah, you might understand why it is, especially given the way the Trump administration is reacting right now and the utterly ridiculous excuses that we are getting. They are shutting everything down and gaslighting us. You might understand why the public is not buying it. As being go back and look at the story and say there's panic. There's panic coming out of the Trump administration right now. They don't know what direction to run in. First, they tried over the weekend Operation Blame Pam Bondi. So they were just going to go ahead and make her the fall guy. And what they did here, sometimes I was like, this is ridiculous. You're going to tell me everybody is going to now turn on Pam Bondi and tell her this is just her fault? Yeah, states telling her exactly what she's going to say. She looks uncomfortable when she's saying it. Everybody suddenly we're supposed to make her the fall guy. They wanted to test that out because the public is not letting this go. So they let out some perfectly, carefully orchestrated leaks, you know, to test the water here and make sure it's okay. Like, what if we got rid of Pam Bondi? That made the public quiet, that calmed down the database. You're shocked. Well, fire.
Lead flops. Gosh, it's all
only 2 players left. Almost there.
everything. Lean that way.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
UV exposure can cause dark spot and pigmentation. Preserve your beauty. Protect it from
Trump can't even settle them down. We're going to do. We're going to make them think that we deal with it. We just fire Pam Bondi. Laura Loomer is the one that gets the scoop on this, right? So Laura Loomer speaks out. You can pull this up. She said, "Scoop: FBI Director Cash and Dan Bongino are livid over her DOJ memo and the lack of transparency from her office regarding the Jeffrey Epstein files. Source tells me Dan Bongino is taking this off his job as deputy director of the FBI, and there's now speculation of whether or not he will return to his job at the FBI over his disgust with Blondie's lack of transparency and handling of the Epstein files. Pam Bondi has brought total embarrassment to President Trump, Rudy Vance, and Bongino and Cash Patel. She's also lying to the American people. I'm told Cash and Bongino are furious with Blondie and the whole Philadelphia. She has caused them with her lack of transparency. Cash Patel and Dan Bongino should call for Blondie's public resignation today to save themselves, and to also push for full transparency into the Epstein files. This is an issue we want people here to think about. If she gets a scoop on this,